You're the author of The Spider Inside the Criminal Web of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. So, you're the expert here. Did anything surprise you in these documents? Did you learn anything since they were released on Wednesday?
Well, we've only seen 45 documents thus far. We have uh, uh, dozens more to come. There's thousands of pages of documents that we have to go through that are being unmasked for the first time. Uh, I myself, having investigated this case for a couple of years, um, I know most of the names here. However, what is great is that we are learning, we are filling in some of the blanks in terms of getting to read for the first time some of the actual depositions of some of the victims. For instance, Joanna Schoberg, who came out yet in the deposition yesterday. We learned a great deal. We learned some information about Bill Clinton. We learned more about Prince Andrew. Donald Trump's name was mentioned. And little tidbits about the relationship between Epstein and Maxwell and the victims, how Ghislaine Maxwell viewed herself, to quote Joanna, as the mother hen. These are all interesting pieces of the puzzle that we're still learning a few years after Jeffrey Epstein's death in his jail cell.
You named some big names that were revealed yesterday, but it was speculated they would be revealed anyway. Those names, like former presidents Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, former Vice President Al Gore, Prince Andrew, just to name a few. So, can you walk us through how Jeffrey Epstein was essentially able to immerse himself in this really influential world?
Well, I think these documents play a role in showing us how Jeffrey Epstein leveraged his connections to the rich and famous, powerful celebrities to not only enhance the relationships he had with those individuals, but also to impress the victims that they were recruiting in this sex trafficking ring. You have to understand that this all came about in a way when Maxwell and some of other Jeffrey Epstein's associates recruited these girls and promised them help with money to go to college or going to art school or going to music school. Jeffrey Epstein continually used the name dropping of these celebrities to entice these girls and to help them understand the big world that he was in.
As you said, we learned new things from these depositions. You said, namely, from former President Bill Clinton as well as Prince Andrew. So, is what we learned, is that damning for either of them? Because both of them have denied any wrongdoing.
Yeah, you have to understand that there is, in this world of social media where everybody is looking for this client list, there is a horrible guilt by association of any of the rich and famous who are mentioned in these documents. That's not to say that these documents specifically incriminate individuals with sexual abuse. Now, there are a few individuals that we were aware of that have been reiterated and named in these documents. All of these men, of course, have denied any wrongdoing, but you've had men like Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, the French modeling agent that was a close friend of Jeffrey Epstein, Jean-Luc Brunel. You've had Glenn Dubin, the hedge fund billionaire. There's specific accusations in these documents of sexual abuse. And as I repeat, these are accusations that have previously come out before in various court cases, in interviews, and in the public. Yet once again, they're thrust into this horrible spotlight. Then you have a second group of individuals, including Trump, Bill Clinton, magician David Copperfield, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Jackson, hairdresser Frederick Fekkai, former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, Naomi Campbell. Al Gore. These are individuals that have been referenced in the papers that are not specifically have not been specifically named in terms of any type of abuse, but there is, again, guilt by association. These are individuals that Jeffrey Epstein had over the house for dinner, that he traveled with, that he made phone calls to. So it broadens greatly what we know about his world and the way he manipulated individuals. And as I've reported in my book, The Spider, a lot of these associations, particularly with the men that we are aware of who have been accused of wrongdoing, led to, as I reported, blackmail and so forth that helped enrich Jeffrey Epstein over the years.